SMG to finish that off. Positioning, though,
I think it
top
started
down from here.
10
That
minutes
stink you
ago.
saw on the screen belonged to this player as they're
Zing.
beaming from above. Look at these just little, quick little peaks, the shots from outside, that infantry rifle making some big impacts as players are rotating in. You'll notice a lot of these clips, a lot of these replays have a lot to do with being just a step ahead of the storm. And even right here, Villain dropping in that pump shot, a lot of damage into the heavy sniper rifle, busting through the wall and saying, this is my elimination as well. All these players, we've seen things like this, plays like this over and over again. Deo's caught just outside as Villain's trying to push in through the storm. The shot, it was an easy one shot, and the number of times that we've seen stuff like this, like I was saying, players make plays like this from outside and hugging the outside of the storm. Gatekeeping is a term that we use as players are rotating in. We've seen it so many times, and it does make up a large portion of late game eliminations because it all comes down to reaction speed. Guys, these have been incredible games. I'm super excited to see what's next. Just so you know, the standings are being worked on. We'll have those for you in a little bit, but we do have more games ready to go. Courage, Sundown, if you could, please.
Technically they're still.
Thank you, Dr. Lupo.
At least 16 minutes to go.
For Europe right now. Who will be the 4 teams to qualify? We will know very, very soon. And well, we just
really
saw
to pop up in the
northern or the southernmost part of the map
if they're gonna
have an end zone. And guess what, Sundown? We've gone to the complete opposite side now.
Going from corner to corner, coast to coast, no problem here. Slightly north
of
Sunny Steps as Bleach pushes right into Simbits' box and says bye-bye.
Absolutely. It's funny, it's a very similar scenario to that last game.
Have a good one, Star
One thing to keep in mind to point out, too, is,
I think we got like 50
while
more minutes
these zones have absolutely played a part in why there's less players, you've also got to think at the end, when we talk about time control.
Isn't it for 3 hours?
Players just kind of going for it.
I'm pretty sure they have 3 hours to play the games, do they not?
Hoping to maybe catch in time to hop into another game before time runs out. Maybe they play this one. It's like, hey, let's drop in, get as many limbs as we can in the first 2 minutes. Then
33 people. It's very intriguing circle.
Yeah, and just try and like burn your way out through, take as many of those fights. And then the issue becomes if you're like, oh, you're in one of those throwaway games, all of a sudden you get 7 elims and a nice loadout. You're like, well, at what point is this not a quote-unquote throwaway game, right? Because you really want to able to convert that. And another interesting thing there. Oh, I apologize. We're not north of Sunny Steps. We're just north of the block here on that side.
It's currently 10.
One interesting thing to note with the moving zones from 5 and onward.
Europe is just doing their last games. People that queued up like 5 minutes before that. Yeah, I know.
Edge of map
that is what I'm saying.
It's very rare, but you can effectively be completely off the map for some of that traversal.
Yeah, it's
like
nuts.
I said,
what could wind up happening here
maximum length per game is like 20.
Towards the northwest.
I think it was like 27 minutes.
Point out again for the viewers at home.
27.5 minutes.
Stormy definitely has over 50 builds. Just since we joined this game, the spectator system's catching on up there with the inventory.
So technically, it's like ended. You can't start any more games.
And probably clear on
27 seconds.
As it's time to begin the rotation towards the next zone. 31 players remaining. 19 duos. So already a lot of these teams very, very close to earning those 3 placement points for reaching the top 15.
Yes, and if you guys are a little bit new, first, welcome back in. And I know there are some of the issues like Jack was just talking about maybe the toolbar's not updating or the builds that Elam's not going through. It's because we've swapped up a little bit in terms of how we're spectating and jumping into these matches. We're constantly iterating on it as well. And in addition to that, these tools are available to you if you want to check it out. There's generally a post put up on one of the subreddits. I think it's the competitive one where it goes up. So you can check it out, jump into some of these replays, try them out yourself, but we appreciate you guys hanging with us because we just want to catch as much Fortnite action as possible.
Thank you, Talenita, for the 9 months.
A lot. It's hopping right into the juiciest part of the games. Obviously, there's a couple story aspects you miss out on, but in qualifiers like this, when there's so much going on, you just want to see as many players, as many end games as possible.
Well, it's the EU
me, I want to see as many interactions as possible, right?
Among
so
us,
it's for the early and mid games, they're nice when teams are forced to interact, whether it's initial gun drops or gun races, or like you've had somebody rotating to the edge of the circle. But from circle 4 and 5, you're guaranteed to see players forced to interact
I'm not
with each
really
other.
sure what that would even look like.
Just because in Fortnite, there's so many options for how those interactions play out, and when the players are this absurdly good. I mean, it's real interesting.
Now, one thing to take note of here, Sundown, is the zone going right back towards the block.
Hunter is in another
where
game.
it really just was. There's going to be a ton of previous build in there. that teams want to keep track of. Don't overbuild when you know, hey, let's reconnect to our big tunnel we had. Let's set back up where we once were.
Replay it from later so the cover's
to save ourselves from having to burn through a lot of mats. You see right now, Ziny and Mongoose just...
Should we swap over? I think we should swap over.
Tumbling on out.
Ooh, but getting caught
ripped by an RPG. And it looks like because they break the shields, it's like, hey, let's pressure them right away.
Yeah, forced emergency rift there coming from the two boys on native as they're jumping away. You have Gambit's young player, Astro, SMZ also on the low ground rotation, looking to find the rift, but it expires just before that as you start moving towards these old builds. And you talked.
Let me swap it over. They're in endgame as well, so it could be quite intriguing to watch. Could be neato. Here we go. Both of them alive, both of them have a lot of items. Pretty sure it could be a really good game.
Et la moitié de la prochaine zone est dessus.
Go attendre un peu pour pas de non.
Oh god, there's so much stuff laying in front of them.
Ils vont sûrement jouer les deux adversaires qui sont plus.
Yeah, they're probably gonna try and... They don't have a lot of ammo, but a little bit. Little bit.
Fais gaffe. Faut pas se prendre trop d'aggro, frère. Tu peux remonter avec moi, Pierre?
Les qui part. T'es vu ou pas?
Oui. Ça lance patate et tout, ça roquette et tout.
Kripa vient de mourir.
Allez, c'est quelle zone en plus qu'il
attend? Just like kebab.
Kripa.
Il m'a pas
semblé avoir. Oh my god. Jesus,
ça c'est un bon call.
Oh my god, he gets...
Il est mis en plein vol.
Il y a un pad encore sur moi. Et c'était éliminé Kripa ou c'était...
Il y avait marqué éliminé. Kripa éliminé, ça c'est sûr et certain.
Yeah. If you glide too long,
il y a encore son mate, mais...
Everybody can aim.
D'ailleurs, il m'a pas semblé avoir vu son
You know what I mean?
Mais dans tous les cas, on les a pas vus depuis.
Ah non, attends, si, oui, si. En plus, ils avaient beaucoup de points à aller chercher.
Alright, Hydra is alone. I think the most amount of point anybody's gotten so far is 90 something.
Dans cette game,
moi je suis safe là.
He's got a rift too. I'm kind of sad that they didn't use the respawn. Do you guys think it will be that the respawn van will be active in NY? I'm sorry, Lister. Thank you for the 169 bits. I think someone's sitting above him. I sing. Wanna explain his binds? I mean...
Ah oui, il va faille et je pense qu'il va le protéger.
I don't know, EU keyboard... I have a, like a Nordic layout. NY is 2 more seasons, so hopefully. No way, no, you don't think? I think right now they're just playing for placement. Your cousin's sister's brother is your cousin.
Je suis au-dessus. What the fuck?
You think I'd be disabling competitive? It's unfair. How is it unfair? Everybody can respawn their mates.
C'est au début.
I think it's a fun feature. I do. Got some balls there. It was only disabled due to a bug. I think it was intended to be implemented. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That's what I heard. Did you spam in the microphone?
C'est incroyable.
Oh, they know he's alone.
Oh oui, pas moi. Et du coup, Fishy qui sera qualifié première semaine.
And no, he's
en solo aussi, c'est vrai.
Yeah, that's why I saw too long.
Oh, ça fait mal, ça c'est bien. Oh, il a le kill. Plus que 12.
Prochaine zone, elle est très loin.
Aïe aïe aïe. He's not gonna get the loot. Should be top. I think they will get some placement points in a bit.
Oh, Fishy qui vient de
7
tomber.
minutes left.
Ok, ton pot ici,
Voilà.
Ah, it's fine. He's in kind of in circle. I understand everything. Well, that's good for you. I'm also just interested in the game. He doesn't have a lot of SMG ammo either.
Il a réussi à choper le top 15, by the way. Là, la zone. Ouais, il ne reste plus que pas grand chose au niveau de poids.
300 poids.
He'll be fine, I believe!
Ça va être qu'il élimine encore des gens.
T'inquiète, il va fliquer un mec et puis bah hey.
Yeah, it's a nice language. Thank you, Ali, for the prime. Well, technically, we won't know exactly who qualified.
Ça lui a fait gagner.
Mostly because some people aren't done with their games, so things could still happen. Sure, it might not be super likely, but can still happen. They got 69 points. I feel like they should just end it here. End it here and they'll be good to go. They'll be Gucci.
Plus que 6 joueurs dans cette game, et encore une fois, c'est il y a Savage, il est
It's
là,
all good. I don't need to hear what they say. I understand.
Tu vois?
Oh my god, Matt Fog.
Un peu de poids et un rocket avec 12 roquettes. C'est pas trop mal.
Ok, t'es bien.
Après, ça va être compliqué à prendre la hauteur, évidemment.
Aïe 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 aïe.
La zone est vers
très loin, donc essayer de faire tomber, ça c'est pas bon.
Rockets.
Alors ça il sait bien le jouer Kinester
Pas avec le
Oh.
qui est venu le chercher, je pense, c'est les duels médias qui sont là-haut.
Oh, get spammed down.
47 back Eliminanti. Peut-être avoir le
Top 6.
Bon, ça tente là, du coup c'est les, je crois que c'est les duels médias qui sont tout en haut. Les anonymes, ils font beaucoup de kills hein.
That was a close one. You did a good job. Oh my god. Jeez, he's dead. He's dead.
Il élimine encore un joueur. Et c'est les duels médias, ils ont fait énormément de kills hein.
Both of them had high ground.
Non, lui il a 5 kills et son mate il a fait plein de kills aussi hein.
Tu penses?
What?
Ils ont fait beaucoup de points.
I wonder if they will show the
Bah là je pense que c'est bon, on va savoir
the standings because I saw them earlier.
Mais après, faut attendre, c'est d'autres games aussi qui sont lancés. C'était pas la dernière game, ça.
Yes, Moon Laps, that happened. Thank you, TNT, for the 5 months. At this point, might just take out all the alerts and just say epic.
Quelle horreur.
It's very frustrating. It keeps on happening to me every day right now. So dumb.
On va aller regarder le classement actuellement. Où est-ce que ça en est?
Okay,
ça a toujours pas bougé là pour notre top 6, top 7. Et alors, du coup, alors c'est Duel Media Blast. C'est où ça? Non, c'est pas lui. Heureusement que c'est pas celui-là. Hein, parce qu'ils ont fait une énorme game. Hein. Heureusement que c'est pas celui-là.
I don't know.
Ils ont l'air d'être très très bas. Donc
But the games are going to be over in like 5 minutes.
Non, ils ont fait une très bonne
the
game.
last ones, that is.
C'était en
Thank you, Kiss Me, for the 100 bits.
Ils étaient vraiment bien, ils étaient là.
Thank you very much.
55 points, je pense qu'ils ont fait un bon top 1 avec 12-13 kills faciles, mais ça suffira pas quoi. Clairement, ça suffira pas. Au Mirage, des Français, il y a pas mal de joueurs. Le problème, c'est que, genre là, ils sont à 60
so Maestro
Mongrel
first, and Benji and Savage, 1 point in between. It's just like, I think it was, OCE, or it was like, no, was it Asia? I don't remember. It was like 103, 104, 107, something like that. Really, really close. When a stream has late games going on. Yeah, I just don't know if they have the games, they're actually happening last, or if they're just really far behind. Let's see.
But here they are on the high ground as the rift comes through.
Benji and Savage 110. Yeah, I don't know if Maestro Mongrel is done either. I don't know. So we will have to wait, like I said, another 5 minutes.
Trying to just
we won't know
until that high ground for the moment. Now having peace of mind that they can look back down and lay down some fire.
Yep, giving them some space. Not a whole lot of players even challenging
Imagine not getting
near the high ground,
spoiled.
so they can actually opt to drop down whenever they want. But for now, just opting to really rain down assault rifle shots and stay safe. They want to get to that next placement threshold of top 10 for 2 more points.
Is there no more to get money anymore? What do you mean, Mortal? There's going to be more chances to qualify for World Cup if that's what
he actually wound up taking some storm damage just to be able to set up as far ahead as possible. They've now reached the top 10 with that elim right there.
Don't know.
So that's 5 points earned, plus that elimination puts them at now 6 points in this game.
Yep, great work from them, and they are still one of the few duos remaining in this lobby. There's a lot of solo riders coming out, so if they can work together and keep getting more elims, this could turn into a big point game from them. Currently sitting on 7 points total. 9 players in the lobby, 6 duos remaining, so one more has to fall. Then it's all about eliminations and the victor, as we still got a couple balls hanging around.
So they made it into an expedition site. They've used this as natural cover for Momo, which I love this idea.
Obviously, it's in the jungle.
Farming a little bit as well.
Yeah, I think, Bella is one of the ones that were, he qualified for the solos, I think.
Actually get a cheeky wall replace or a cheeky shot off, but since they are one of the lone duos, they'll probably be one of the aggressors.
From what I heard, you are still allowed to compete even if you have
those grapplers going off for the ballers, trying to stay in this match, but
you just,
look at the bottom right, look at where we're going.
Multiple tickets to go to NY.
Off the side for the end.
Oh my goodness, if it makes it all the way there. Chewed Up, a name we've seen multiple times today throughout the broadcast. It's unfortunately fallen victim there, top 5. So the Data Lim, again, they were the reason why they placed the top 10 with the Lim. Now the reason why they placed into the top 5 with Data Lim. Another one comes on through. You mentioned how they're one of the final couple duos here. There's one other duo remaining.
Yeah, trying to find the shots here, working together. Look how they're taking multiple angles to pressure into this box.
We got 1 more minute
there, and we know now they definitely have more than the 2 elims that counter not going.
No, but the thing is they can take several spots at NY. So no, they can just compete for the money, I think.
You have Doogie and Big in the top right, Caxi in the bottom right with his partner Helsinki Reds, Bella, AU. But Doogie and Big are sitting on 100, 100, and ultimate high ground right now.
They're just trying to bust through this low side.
Wait, none of them?
Attempted for a second to try to pop a med kit. Didn't wind up working out. The material's being burned through right now from Caxi. Only 13 total builds left. We are about to be off the edge of the map, folks.
Big challenge, he went down.
Big immediately knocked. It's now a 1 versus 2. The challenge comes in as well, and Doogie goes down.
Get him.
They dropped on in and wind up falling just short. Caxi earns that extra health to stay alive. And it seemed like that challenge even caught you off guard right there, Sunday.
He's currently third.
It didn't make sense to me as to why they would go separately. If you're going to challenge and leave the high ground, you need to go together from 2 different angles. If you go one at a time,
it's just a matter of time until it's actually just going to be
up there. What an end to the European matches right there. I know Zeke is down on the floor to give us final thoughts.
Thank you guys so much. Excellent casting. What an incredible set of games so far.
Yeah, that's good.
Guys, that's it for Europe. Queue times are done, and we're tallying the final results.
No spoilers.
Brazil is currently in the midst of their game, so we're going to hop on over to the wall, take a look at the standings, see how things are going
Thank
with
you, Ronan,
them.
for the 10 months.
Let's take a look together.
Right
here at the top, these are the Brazil standings. So PF, Zen,
Wait, Brazil
and
played
Nix,
too?
52 points right now. That's kind of where things are at. Now, we saw these guys come out on top yesterday, and already they're dominating the standings. Now, keep in mind, the point spread is still pretty tight, right? We see Quasar, Lucid, and Quasar's Woodzilla right behind them there, 31 to 35 eliminations. The points, though, 52 to 51. Now, keep in mind, the Quasar guys have an extra victory out up on
matches broadcasted?
and his dual
not all
partner,
of them.
See how that
but
unfolds.
they stop broadcasting by the time every single match is over. So I think what they do, the only reason why they start the broadcast later is to only have the end games. They're not interested in watching the entire ones.
We see another Quasar duo right here, right? Laleo and Gordon, and they're in 6th, Pato and Leo Boss. There's so many crazy names that I haven't seen. I'm sorry if I pronounced them wrong. Code Sins Toxic.
I haven't seen any of those
Twaco, they're in 7th. You got Miss
I'll wait until they're out on
like Zera and Estevan, they're in 8th, and the list goes on, guys. So again, this is just kind of starting out the Brazil.
Now he's trying to delay because they don't have the final standings.
We are going to have to go to a break, okay? We know, but please stick around.
What do you mean?
When we return, we're going to punch 4 more tickets. 8 players will be joining us in the New York Finals.
Are you kidding me?
So you won't want to miss who's going to be joining us. Stay tuned.
Only 52 points. They just started, Requiem. That was Brazil. EU is done. It's over 100 points. I don't know what you're talking about. How long is this break before I lose my mind? Everybody else has seen it, man. Ay, ay, ay. Ay, 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 ay.
Jump on and drop in. It's time to kick off the Fortnite World Cup
15 minutes? Fudge that! Fudge that!
We'll be running
Fudge to the no!
Online Opens, where you can qualify to compete for your
no, thank you. No, thank you. No, thank you. I'm out. Peace. Peace.
Each
No! You thought I'm sitting here 15 minutes to wait? No!
Ah oui, il faut qu'il y ait deux mecs.
C'est ce que je dis, moi. Moi, c'est ce que je dis. Depuis tout à l'heure, c'est ce que je dis, mais tout le monde dit non.
Non, mais moi, j'ai peur.
I don't know if these are updated, but it seems like it's kind
Moi,
of.
j'étais choqué par la semaine dernière.
15 minutes of pure entertainment chat.
Ça fait 2 jours que je suis malade.
We're gonna clap our hands a little.
Là, entre guillemets, les
then we're gonna do some weird dances that nobody's seen since season 5.
Il peut avoir 4e place, mais pour Airwalks et Nico, il faudrait qu'il y ait 2